When it comes to New Year's resolutions, health and fitness resolutions top the list of every chart every year. Take a look at this chart from Statista. This comes to us from 2021, but I think we can reasonably predict that the same holds true in 2022. Number one, as you can see, is doing more exercise or improving my fitness, 50%. 48% right behind that, losing weight. Then we have saving more money, and then the fourth position is held by improving my diet. And then finally, pursuing a career ambition. Rounds out the top 5. So of the top 5 New Year's resolutions, 3 of them have to do with health and fitness. And the key to your health and fitness, the foundation on which everything is built, is your nutrition. Today, I'm going to share with you a few hacks that are going to help you crush it in 2022. All right, first, let's lay the groundwork here. What is a nutrition plan supposed to do? What does it address? This comes from not myself, but Peter Attia. Peter Attia is a fantastic doctor who knows a lot about nutrition and specializes in life elongation. Now, in his model, think of a triangle. Your nutrition plan should address one of 3 areas or all of them at the same time. And these are levers you can pull at any point. So the first thing that your nutrition plan needs to address is when to eat. You could also think of this as for how long do I eat? Number 2, what to eat? And finally, number 3, we have how much to eat. These 3 areas should be encompassed by your nutrition plan. Now, instead of trying to use willpower to address each of these as you go, my suggestion is to build in habits or rules for yourself that will hit these 3 corners of the triangle. And that's what that's what these nutrition hacks are going to help you do. These are rules for myself that I use on a daily basis. You can use as well. You can use them in conjunction or you can use them separately. You can ease in, you can go whole hog, go right away. Totally up to you. But I'm going to share them with you and I want to get started now. Let's get to number 1. All right, my first nutrition hack is intermittent fasting. I fast every day for at least 16 hours. This addresses the when to eat or the how long should I eat corner of the triangle. My last meal is at 6 p.m. every night. My first meal is at 10 a.m. or later. Oftentimes I push that to noon. I have a very condensed feeding window and there are a lot of benefits to intermittent fasting. Too many to go into today, and I might do a video specifically about intermittent fasting later on. So look forward to that. But the first hack that you can pull, the lever that you can pull, is condensing your feeding window to a smaller time frame. Instead of waking up and stuffing your pie hole right away, you can delay that and you can get some serious benefits from doing so. So the first hack number 1 is reduce your feeding window through intermittent fasting. All right, hack number 2 addresses how I break my fast. So I had my last meal at 6 p.m. the night before. Let's say it's 10 in the morning and it's time for me to break that fast. What am I going to eat? I always eat a similar breakfast. This comes from the late great Charles Poliquin, and I eat what's called the meat and nuts breakfast. I want to get protein, I want to get fat, and I want to get those things first thing. I throw in a little bit of berries. So my typical breakfast is a couple of eggs, a cut of meat, 6 ounces of steak is usually a good place to go, or a couple cans of tuna, a handful of almonds, and then a little bit of berries. So some raspberries, blackberries, or blueberries, and just a little bit, just enough to get just a little bit of glucose going in there. I've got my protein, I've got my fat. It's a very satiating way to break your fast. This is consistent for me every single day. I always break my fast with the meat and nuts breakfast. All right, hack number 3. So I've fasted for an extended period of time. I've broken my fast with a meat and nuts breakfast. What am I gonna do next? A rule I have for myself on a daily basis is the big ass salad. Sometimes that becomes a big ass smoothie. The big ass salad is exactly what it sounds like. Usually it's a base of baby spinach, some kale, I like to throw some cucumber in there, and then one very important element. One of the crucial elements to the big ass salad is not just the salad, it's the big ass piece of protein you throw on top. Usually for me, that means I'm reaching for a big old piece of salmon like this. I like to go with seafood, usually on my big ass salad, because I get my red meat elsewhere. So my go-tos are smoked salmon or sardines. Now sometimes I don't get the big ass salad, instead that becomes the big ass smoothie. And what that looks like is 50 grams of whey protein, 20 grams of collagen peptides, a handful of baby spinach, some frozen berries, mix that all up and bring it down. So you're still getting kind of the benefits of a salad. You're getting a lot of protein and it's pretty satiating as well. Also tastes really good, especially on a hot day. Those frozen berries make it just delicious, almost like ice cream. So that's another great way to do it as well. So that hack is big ass salad or big ass smoothie, one of those two every single day. All right, and here's another hack you can use. This is an intermittently used hack. The Carnivore Weekend. Once or twice a month, I have a Carnivore Weekend. That gives me a Saturday and Sunday or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday of nothing but meat. I will have red meat. I'll have steak and salt and water. During this Carnivore Weekend, at some point, I also try to get in some organ meats. So I'll get some beef heart or some beef liver. This is also my time to treat myself and order some nice game meats, or if I have some meats from a hunt myself, I will have some game meat in there as well. So a Carnivore Weekend allows me to kind of reset everything, have just one thing. I eliminate everything from my diet. It highly reduces the calories that I'm having over that period of time, and I feel really good when I have those. I know some people like to go full carnivore. I know some people like to have carnivore months. That's not for me so much. I don't like to be quite that strict, but a couple times a month, it's a good thing to do. It gives you a nice reset. And again, the calories are lower. Now you'll notice that none of these hacks specifically deal with the how much should I eat. I find that by strictly addressing the what should I eat, I'm able to address that kind of in an ancillary way. So I know I'm gonna have the meat and nuts breakfast. I know I'm gonna have a big ass smoothie or salad in the day. That isn't a ton of calories, but it's very nutrient dense. So I feel satiated, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. And it just gives me a little bit more flexibility. If I have to go out to a restaurant, I don't feel like I need to be deprived. If we go out for Mexican, I'm having enchiladas, man. It doesn't matter. Those things, by restricting those 2 meals of the day and condensing that window under which I eat, I am going to be able to address the how much to eat in an ancillary way without having to count calories or count macros, which I despise. I don't like doing that, and I just won't do it. So this is a better way for me to do it. All right, let's talk troubleshooting. My approach to nutrition might be a bit lower carbohydrate than you are used to, and that a lot of people are used to. And when people go on a lower carbohydrate diet, what ends up happening is they get cravings. They say, oh, I gotta have sugar, I need something, I gotta have it right now. They say, oh, my body is craving. Your body might not be craving the carbohydrates per se, but because the carbohydrates are removed, your body is not retaining the water and the electrolytes that it normally would. So if you choose to follow a slightly lower carbohydrate lifestyle like I do, what I suggest is using water and Celtic sea salt when you get those cravings. So if you're following this kind of approach and you're saying, God, I just gotta have something, and you find yourself reaching for the cookies, reaching for the brownies or something, you're gonna stuff your fat pie hole with something you know you shouldn't have, do me a favor, let's take a break. Let's be mindful. Grab a glass of water, throw in some Celtic sea salt, down that, and wait for 15 minutes and see if that craving goes away. Usually you find that it absolutely does. All right, guys, that is the video for today. I hope these nutritional hacks are helpful for you. I hope that these habits that you install can help you crush it in 2022. I've been doing these habits for a while. I've done them in the past. I kind of brought them back around November of last year. Of course, I feel great. I've lost some weight. My performance in the gym is head and shoulders above what it was before. These things really help me. You don't have to do them all at once, and you don't even have to ever do them all at the same time. You can kind of play around with them, pull different levers, find out what works for you. But I think you'll find that by installing habits, you never really have to worry about the willpower not to stuff your face with some shit you shouldn't eat. These habits help me do that. I hope they help you as well. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. It's a channel about everything I'm into, and that goes health and fitness, nutrition, and a whole lot of whiskey. We do a lot of things around here and try to have some fun. I'll see you on the next video. Let me know in the comments if you decide to try any of these out, and if I can answer any questions for you as well, I'd be happy to do so. We'll see you on the next one.